we'll be getting going in just a few minutes here. I just have to finish setting up a couple things for the video, and then we'll get going. There are going to be a few surprising announcements, so see you guys in the future. Just a couple more minutes and we will get going. I apologize for going over that video soon. I just had to double check and make sure the media player was running okay. So we will get going very soon and we'll have some fun. Okay, it is now officially time to get started. I am incredibly sorry that I am wearing my work shirt here today. It was a weird day. I got called in for some overtime, and yeah, it's not anything here or there. I do apologize for this stream being at a different time than what you guys were originally probably looking forward to, but coming up to Gen Con, I do need to have a little bit of extra money so I can afford to buy stuff because I'm shiny. And so unfortunately we have no choice but to work the overtime, and I think Friday's my only day off, and I still have to do stuff on that day. If I'm not working, I'm usually working on stuff related to Gen Con, or I'm doing side work or something. I'm trying to keep myself busy. But enough of that, let's get started. So we are going to start with the video. The video is going to be your introduction into how I built it. There will be parts that I may pause it, I may not, and I'm deciding, but I'll explain any holes and stuff like that. Either at the end or as we go through, and then I'll go through some of the more finer points, because we do actually have some interesting stuff, as you can kind of see hidden a little bit. You can see the cosplay head there, and that will become relevant soon. I'm actually doing a few touch-up ideas that I literally had just learned about. That is going to be the end of the stream, mostly because there's going to be like long periods of me literally working on. Well, long by meaning a couple minutes at a shot. But we'll get to that when it comes to it, so let's get down to it and get the stream going. If you are not watching this live, I thank you for either watching it after it's posted to Twitch and or YouTube. It is going on to both, so if you're not watching this live, I at least thank you for watching it later. And I hope this satisfies everyone on the Discord that has been pretty much wanting to see this for a while. I don't know how an amateur build on a cosplay costume gets any attention, but hey, it's how it is. And again, I am sorry for the lateness, but today is going to be the only day that we can do this, and this is literally the only time. So again, let's get down to it. So let's start up this video and we'll go from there. Open up the media player. So these are the materials that I was using, and I will actually show you the form that you can see what you actually see here is pieces that so brush paper. And just to quickly explain what's happening right now is I used the form for the first one, but it was incredibly flimsy being as how I got it. I will explain that later, but I decided to use this form for the rest of them. So real quick, I just want to pause right here and explain something. So what you're seeing here is after I started figuring out how to use the upholstery glue. There's going to be a lot of that you're not going to see, but essentially what I had to do was I first had to spray some of the upholstery glue on each side of the triangle that I cut out, and then I had to connect them together. After I did that, I then had to mold them together, and when I was doing that, I actually had to use that to keep it pinched while I then pinched all the way around on the outside to seal it, and then I actually had to go in and pinch it along that seam. As I went farther along with that, I was actually able to not need that clip, and I was able to just pinch it from each side. But at first I actually needed that clip to keep the thing stable while I pinched the rest of it, or it kept trying to pop on the other end. So right here what you see is me trying it on after I had gotten a pretty good chunk of the final fabric over top. What that is it's a felt. It closely matches the rest of the outfit, which you will see soon, at least as far as like the skin layer of it. It's not an exact match, but it's as close as I possibly can get. I'm limited by what's nearby, and I can't really be spending $1,000 on this. Literally, my entire budget was like $250 to build this at the most. Maybe not even that. And you can also see that I cut out rough eye shapes. This is actually it actually for some reason fit my head really well, so there's all of that. And there's more that we'll discuss as we go. Right here, we're actually making noise. There's a lot more wondering what this is played in real time because the footage is okay, let's get ourselves back into the main chatting window, and here we are. Okay, so there's some stuff to explain right there. So the green things at first obviously became the eyes. I decided to make my character have green eyes. The black pupils came in right after that. They got tacked on with upholstery glue, and you'll see what I'm doing in a minute to kind of finish the tack. And then the fan that you saw, I'm sure that some of you will ask, why is it aimed where it's blowing up and away from me instead of blowing down? This is because the fan is at the top and not at the bottom, and I need actual airflow. So what this is actually doing is it's removing the warmer air from up top, and it's preventing issues. Basically, it's allowing me to wear it longer. This being said, when I'm at Gen Con, this thing's going to have a max wear time. I am not going to be wearing it probably for more than like 45 minutes to an hour on a block, except during the costume contest if I have to. That is because it is still a mascot head. It is still very warm in there on indoor conditions. If I ever have that thing on outside, I'm only going to have it on for like 15 minutes at the max, and that's if the fan is running. If it's not, we won't have it on much at all. I do actually have it set up where it powers off of USB. Here it is. This is actually one of the little charge packs I'm going to be using for it. I will have 2, maybe 3 of these for Gen Con. And pretty much they kind of plug in. As you saw in one of those photos, before I attached the fin on the head, I actually made a little pouch, and that's where the wiring and everything sits in. and the hat is actually velcroed on, so it covers it, and pretty much unless you pull the hat off, you'll never see it. Outside of that, the hat does breathe, so it will actually allow the exhaust fan to do its job. I checked it. It's effective, but it's going to be warm in there. Now, I do want to mention something before we continue. It's going to be hectic getting out to Gen Con. I definitely won't be able to wear the cosplay as I'm on my way because, yeah, it's going to look great walking through downtown Cleveland in a cosplay outfit at midnight. Yeah, because my bus leaves at 2 in the morning, so I'm probably going to show up to Gen Con on the 4th, and I might not have my cosplay on that day. I will have just gotten in. I won't even be checked into my hotel until after I leave Gen Con. I'll have the head with me, but you know, I might choose to put it on once I'm at Gen Con for the back end of it. But once I'm there initially, I'm probably not going to have it on. I'm sorry if anyone really wants to get pictures right away, because as I said in previous videos and all that, you guys will not get to see everything put together. This video is not going to do that. It's literally telling you the processes I went through and to give you enough to kind of make all of you happy. Especially, I think Nico is pretty interested, and there's quite a few other cast members who are highly interested, or at least they show interest. I'm sure there's other people in the Discord I follow among the Cantrip cast that are curious about it. Seems to get some likes, it's weird. But let's continue. The black sort of stitch type marks that you saw on the head, actually I'll just bring this over and show you. Here it is. All those are actually intersection marks from when I made the, from when I put the skin layer on. New first time with felt, so obviously there's imperfections, and I just decided that that's the best way to turn those imperfections into something that looks like you meant to do it. You can't really see it too easily, but I'll try to show you. I've actually been using hot glue to finish setting all of the eyes and the nose fully in place. I'll show you a little bit more about what I'm doing in a minute. But I used it as kind of like a final securement and to kind of outline the eye. I still have a little bit more I'm going to put around the eye. I've been going through a lot of hot glue. This is the hat. And I don't have to open it up because you guys have actually seen what's in here. So opening it up is not necessary, but this is the head now. You can put it on for a second. Ta-da! Okay, we'll get back to that in just a moment. So, that is pretty much the majority of what the video shows. Now, what the video didn't show was that it was kind of a pain in the butt process. I got covered in upholstery glue multiple times. It was insane. But yeah, the helmet came, the hat part, the headpiece came out pretty good. Now, I'll show you what I bought for the body. Actually, we'll go through all that stuff first, and then we'll finish off with the head like I said I was going to do. So this right here, it's probably hard to see on the camera. Okay, I think I got a few good moments of it. This is actually the item I used. So it's actually a piece from I believe it was, it was a piece from a 16-inch beach ball. I basically cut one of the 6 panels off, and boom, I had a perfect mold to use to create the head. So I'm going to show you this instrument, and it's more of a novelty instead of actually playable. The other instrument is actually playable, but even if I, even with this or with that, I don't think I'm going to be able to play them at Gen Con, not unless they have some sort of alternative rule that for a millisecond you can have your mask down to play an instrument for show. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world is. I cannot tell you what the main instrument is, because what would be the surprise in that, and I am sure that if Brandon, Steak, Nico, any of those people are watching, honestly, I don't want them to know the instrument until I'm there. I mean, actually, Brandon does know, and Thick Pastel knows. Outside of those two entities, I don't think there's anyone else who actually knows what instrument. And in all honesty, I don't think Brandon will willingly tell everyone, because I'm sure that he wants some surprises as far as my cosplay. But this is a set of panpipes. Let's see. Yeah, let me fix this real quick. It doesn't really have great sound, but it actually does work to a small degree. I got this as a novelty for like 10 bucks. And here's the bonus. They're worn around the neck. So this will be one of the instruments I have with me. So we have that. That will be one of my instruments. The other is much larger, and you will just have to stay tuned for photos from Gen Con, or wait until I make a post about it. It'll probably be seen in a photo of Gen Con, so just if you're part of the CantroCast Discord server, just keep an eye on the Gen Con 2022, because I am reasonably sure that probably Nico is going to get photos of my cosplay and post them. She seems to be pretty adamant about that. This is the main body piece. It's probably going to not show up entirely well. It's basically a shark pajama. Let me get this other stuff over here, and then we can talk again. So that's not all we're going to be wearing. I'm not going to give away exactly what I am dressing as, because where would be the fun in that? Let's just say that I will get, just because the instrument kind of gives it away, I am a bard. However, if you want to know the stat sheet, you'll have to wait till Gen Con. And if you want to know the background, or any pertinent information like that, you'll also have to wait till Gen Con. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of details. But we have ourselves a set of pants, which I have actually cut for a very particular reason. I cut them in a very specific way too. So you'll get to see those. I just want to show you the colors. And then, because I'm a bard and I think that it's just cool to wear these, say hello to my shirt. Oh yeah, I'm having fun building this. And we do actually, like I said, have a we do have another instrument. It's kind of not in view. That's why I understand the image quality on the camera kind of stinks right now. I'm actually leaving it that way because if I didn't have this, you'd clearly see my instrument. Plus also, I don't want you guys seeing everything about the room that I'm in. And just, you never know, there's weird people out there, and this is going to be on YouTube. Okay. So, we got through all of that. As I told you, if you want to see the full outfit, you will have to wait until photos come in from Gen Con. I understand that that is probably going to make probably someone like, come on, I want to see it. There's two reasons why I'm not going to do that. First of all is I have been working every single day. I've had side jobs. I've been doing this. I'm tired. I've been averaging like 47 hours a week minimum. And that doesn't include the work I'm doing on the side. That doesn't include the work I have to put into this cosplay. That doesn't include the stuff I'm doing to prep for other aspects of Gen Con, including the traveling. I just managed to finalize all the plans for traveling out there and everything traveling back finally. There's just been a lot, and at my work, it's just insane because we have the county fair going on right now, and it's made life at my work much more hectic. So alone, I'm just too tired to try to put all this stuff on and give you guys a preview. Plus, also, like I said, a surprise is always good. I kind of think the way Bethesda Game Studios thinks, and that's that there has to be some mystery. And besides, it gives some anticipation for seeing photos of me from Gen Con. Like I said, they probably won't necessarily appear until the 5th unless I decide to put on the cosplay day of arrival, but that's a bridge that we'll cross when we get there, because literally the day I have to head out that way, I have a mid-shift job, so I'm working 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. I get maybe like a few minutes to nap, and then I have to drive straight to a T station, hop on a train, head into Cleveland, walk to the bus station, wait until 2:30 a.m., and be on buses all the way out to Indianapolis. And I have no clue how I'm going to be even a functional member of society. So, that's it. The other reason that we're not going to do it is, again, surprises, and quite frankly, there's only a handful of people I want to know all this stuff until I'm at Gen Con. Because, again, not everyone needs to see it right now. Everyone can wait. Well, most everyone. There are 5 total people who are permitted to get previews. One of them has not accepted the offer, and the others have accepted. So let's get back to work and let's finish up this stream, because we're already 36 minutes in. I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't expect to go this long. And quite frankly, I want to get things done. I want to eat, because I have to get up in the morning and finish a side job that I've been doing, and then go to work, because I have a mid-shift job tomorrow, and it's insane. Okay, so here is what we have been doing. So as you can see right here, there's been yapping along here. So what I have been doing is taking my little friend here, and then hand in one here, hand in the other, and squeeze that down. Yeah. I know someone's gonna say, hot glue's hot. And this has pretty much been what I have been doing. And so we pretty much have to wait for it to set. But this has actually been a great way to fill in the gaps. Originally I was trying to sew it, but I don't have the money for the needles required. You pretty much need a pretty thick and sturdy needle, some you can really put your weight behind. And yeah, I'm not spending that kind of money. But I will, however, burn my fingers. It's worth it. Plus, I'm sure that you guys will love to see it. And you guys aren't going to see all of this. I am merely just going to show you this side, and then the rest is going to be done off stream, mostly because then I can have some background noise playing, because I really want to have something. I can have my food, and overall I can maybe try to get some sleep, because I could be up at like 5 in the morning tomorrow and I don't want to do it. I know this part's kind of boring. But yeah, so this has pretty much been my cosplay setup, and I will be in the Gen Con costume contest. I believe that there will be someone from that is associated with the Cantrip cast out there, and I think they're going to try to get some sort of images or something of me in the costume contest. So I guess there's also that to look forward to. But yeah, and yeah, so this was my first ever cosplay being made. And like I said, sorry for the stream being kind of late. I know I kind of promised it was going to be more of like a 6 o'clock stream, but when your boss offers you overtime and you need the money, you don't say no. Today was kind of a weird mess. Let's just say no one really planned it right. I am definitely going to have to get more RAM at some point. I am sorry for the stream quality, but when you're, literally I got this computer and it only has 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, so as you can see, that started to seal a little bit. And then what I've been doing, after of course I get a new stick in there, is I've been just going around like this. And putting hot glue gun back down. We're just going to squeeze together a couple more sections here. Man, the things you do for a cosplay. And this is of course hot glue, so it just takes forever to dry. That's part of the reason why you guys aren't going to see much. After this section dries, we'll probably do a quick closing and I'll let you guys go. And I do also apologize for the watermark dead center there. No, right there. I do apologize for that. It's just that I don't have the money right now, and I don't stream enough to warrant removing it, and it doesn't bother me too much. But when I do, great. Nope, still tacky. Got it off just in time. But yeah, this stuff has been working great, and it's closing up some of the gaps so it looks a little better. this is just kind of what you have to work with. I am so glad I got myself a good computer. Sorry for the fade. I'm just kind of trying to cool it down faster, because the faster I cool this down, the faster we can get to the end of the stream and we can get this uploaded to YouTube and get everyone happy. And I will do my best to get this uploaded to YouTube. Worst case scenario is everyone has to go to my Twitch. And I'll try to keep it on the Twitch as long as possible. But I think that I remember how to upload it to YouTube, so we'll try to do that immediately and get that done. And my YouTube channel should be on my Twitch. The information should be somewhere on my profile. But if anyone has a problem, pretty much look for this name, and I believe my channel is my name, Daniel Marsh. So just look for that, and you should find me, no problem. Still teching, so I guess we still have some streaming to do. But yeah, so I see I do have a viewer. If you do wanna make a comment, I'll gladly answer any comments. Especially being as you kind of came in late, so I think you missed the video. I do thank you for watching. And I mean, you can ask me any questions. It can be about the cosplay, it can be about Gen Con, it could be about any plans I have while I'm out there. For the most part, I might hang out around the Cantrip cast. I tend to prefer to at least make like a home base where I'll just kind of hang with the group I know, and I know the Cantrip cast better, and I'm gonna know other things there, but I'll probably go exploring a lot. So okay, and as you can see, now that gap is very much closed, and yeah, it's a lot neater. Still got this side to do. That I'm going to do off camera, but we will throw this entire head off camera so we can close down the stream. So that's pretty much the cosplay. As I said, there will be many surprises about it, and I'm gonna have to ask either Nico or Paul about if it's possible to post the character sheet I made, because I don't remember exactly where I can post that, and I need to make sure I follow the community guidelines for posting it. So, but that won't be until Gen Con, and it actually I might not even do a post until after Gen Con, mostly because I don't plan on bringing my laptop, because my laptop doesn't work too much, and I'm obviously not bringing that desktop on this trip, so my phone can't do it. It doesn't have access, and I'm not going to try and give it access. So if you're at Gen Con, you'll get to see the character sheet. I'm going to have a couple copies with me. Specifically, they're copies for the Cantrip cast themselves, because I told them I was making them, I kind of just made them for fun. So yep, we have all of that, and I believe there was a video on me making parts of the character sheet. So I'm not going to go through all of it, because I kind of had a learning curve making that. But yeah, so if you want to see it before Gen Con is over, unfortunately you'll have to be at Gen Con. And after Gen Con, I will try to get it posted once I know what the rules and regulations are and where I need to go. Because I'm not going to just post in the Cantrip Cast Discord without making sure that I'm doing it right. there's times where you really just shouldn't just go on a whim. Okay, so you guys have seen everything that I am willing to show you, and I am sure that this might kind of reinvigorate some interest in the cosplay. So yeah, I would like to thank all of you for watching. This has been kind of a pain to make the cosplay, but you know what? I find it worth it. So I will talk to you all later. For now, I am going to get myself some food, get myself some more to drink, and I'm gonna work on this and go to bed. So I will see any of you that I'm gonna see at Gen Con, and thank you for watching. Have a good one.